What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Adrian County. Today we are starting to get the road layout for the city actually done, rather than just doing stuff with the map, which kind of isn't that fun. So today we're going to be building right where these two rivers meet, kind of like on this peninsula, centralized. So we're gonna start working on some of the roads. We're gonna have a main road, this 4-lane tiny road, paralleling the river and turning north onto this island here, and that will be for a future video. That island will build, and then you just connect up the highway there. But then now we're gonna start working on actually building into the downtown road grid. So we're just laying out the two main roads across the map. That was one of them, and then this one's another road that parallels the river, kind of like the other one does, but this one follows the whole coastline a bit, and just kind of snakes around a bit, and then it just really follows that way. Well, it's kind of a weird road, but yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna. Here's the other map road that parallels or kind of intersects into downtown. But with the next few roads, it's gonna. So with this little box that forms around this box here, that this is gonna form kind of like a roundabout, huge like roundabout or square about in the center where in the middle could most likely be a like would most likely be the courthouse or city hall for the county, since this is a county in that. So what we're seeing here is I was just experimenting with what the roads could look like on the map, kind of just playing around with it. This is where I get the idea for the roundabout. So with the angled roads, most of the buildings that I'll be adding probably won't fit into that barrier area. So just filled it off and then was looking at it a bit and then kind of decided to just get rid of them. It's kind of annoying with them kind of being in the way. So here you go. Here's where I build the roundabout portion of it, and I use this unique 3-lane one-way road with grass on it to keep up with the theme of grasses or the grass and tree-lined streets. So that's where we get this idea from, and now I just connect some roads into it, but this way. And it wasn't a normal one, and then I just decided to go all the way through with it, and so that was that. Now, most of this is just adding in the simple road grid that will most likely be throughout this entire area of the city. Now, for the future, I have like episodes kind of lined up for what I plan on doing. The next episode will be zoning and building, like getting a skyline for the city, and that'll be the next episode. But we will, eventually get like a public transit system going around. That will be a fun one. Oh, here's where I fight a road for a second. Okay. Now, the roads going along the river kind of gets in the way a bit. You'll see towards the end of the time lapse, it kind of just ruins the grid to where you can see at the bottom road where it just messes up. Not this. This is just me doing something dumb. But you'll see towards the end I go through both sides of the road and kind of get rid of like what is in the way a bit. So here I had like a branch of the highway where it just branches off and heads towards this area. This will be the road that goes out and serves that cliff with that castle, the castle ruins on it. Yeah, here's where I go through and find all these imperfections in it. And I find a couple of them. And then after finding like nodes like this, I just end up deleting them. And I find a couple of them, so I go through and do that. And that road, that's good there. And then now we work on kind of like a more, this is going to be more like our servicey area, more like an older, or like an old area of town. It's just like a few roads placed out to get like something, because it's a flatter area, because right above it goes up onto a hill or bluff or whatever they're called. So this is just adding in a couple roads, sort of like a small little grid. It's nothing too fancy. And then with this, it also adds in another bridge connection, because the river here will have limited bridge crossings. There's that one main one, the 4-lane one, and then you're gonna have this nice little 1-lane or 2-lane bridge using the one of the content creator packs for the game. I don't remember what one it is, but it adds in. It's one that deals with bridges and piers. Yeah, that one. It adds in that unique little bridge. So decided to go ahead and use it to give some like historical sense to why there's like a nice bridge there, and then just add another cross street. And then the final thing in the time lapse is adding these, but that will be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed watching this really short video. They really aren't going to be that short, but as the time lapse sort comes close to an end, that will be the end of this episode. See you in the next one when we build the skyline.